A couple of months back, I came across a video on Facebook. It was a video of a man shooting another man at a restaurant because he found him with his wife. He shot that man because he was with his wife. They were, having lunch. He shot the guy, and then after confirming that that guy was dead, he shot himself in the head and probably died. And a lot of people didn't understand why he did that. I mean, that's fucked up, shooting an innocent person just because they were having lunch with your wife. Doesn't make sense, right? Doesn't make sense at all. This reminds me of a joke from Family Guy. Peter Griffin was working at a suicide hotline, and this other dude called him. He was like, "Yo, my wife has been cheating on me, and I'm thinking about unaliving myself." And Peter was like, "Hold up, doesn't it make more sense to unalive her?" That was really funny. But yeah, what the guy did made zero sense. Why unalive an innocent person? He unalived that guy because he loved his wife. And he wanted her to know that he loved her so much that he was willing to unalive another person and unalive himself in the end. That was his way of showing his wife that he loves her. Yeah. Now, the reason why some people unalive themselves after a breakup is because they want the person that they were in a relationship with to feel their pain, to know what it's like to feel pain. They kind of feel like, oh, this person doesn't know what it feels like to feel pain, so I want this person to know what it feels like to feel pain. And they also want that person to know how much they love them. I love this person so much that I was actually willing to unalive myself. That's how much I love this person. Something about that ain't right. I know what you're thinking. No, actually, love is good. Love is healthy. It's just people that ain't healthy, It's just people that are not healthy. No, actually, love is unhealthy. But some people know how to handle love. Doesn't mean that love is healthy. It just means that some people actually know how to handle love. If you know how to handle love, you will make it look like it's healthy, You can make anything look healthy if you know how to manage it. You can be a psychopath, but not end up killing people. Not end up hurting people because you know how to handle your feelings. You know that, okay, killing other people is wrong. Doesn't matter how I feel, I'm not going to kill anyone. You're just strong. You know how to handle your feelings. But it doesn't mean that being a psychopath is actually healthy, you see. So even loving a person isn't healthy. I know this sounds wrong, but I'll explain to you what I really mean. I'm not saying caring for other people is wrong. No, that's not what I'm saying. Now, if we lived in a world where we truly cared about one another, things would be fine. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about loving a person or loving other people or some people. In fact, let me put it that way. Loving some people. We have romanticized love so much that we actually believe that it's a good thing. Now, there are a lot of people who abuse the people that they love. in this world. They love that person so much that they abuse them, they hate them. It's like obsession. You become obsessed with a person, and you end up hurting them. It's like being a psycho, really. You kidnap a person and you torture them because you're obsessed with them or because you love them. But it's kind of the same thing. You love someone so much that you're actually hurting them. You're abusive towards them. You don't want them to talk to other people. You feel jealous when they talk to other people. When other people make them smile, you feel jealous. When you text them and they take some time to reply, you feel like they're doing something wrong, If they don't send you a good morning text, you feel like they're doing something wrong. If they don't call you, you feel like they're doing something wrong. If you call them and not find them, you feel like they're doing something wrong. They can't flirt with other people. They can't even go out and have fun with other people. They can't even be happy when you're not there. If you call them and they're laughing and they're happy, it doesn't feel right to you. Like something's wrong. They shouldn't be happy if you're not there. They must only be happy when you're there, and you must be the only person that's making them feel happy. You love them so much that no other person should have them, No other person should have them. They mustn't even be interested in another person. If they dream and end up calling somebody else's name and you hear them, that's going to be a serious problem. You don't want to catch them watching porn. It means that they're not attracted to you. It means that they're not satisfied. You want to control them. You want them to be a certain way. I know what you're thinking. No, not everyone is controlling. No, not everyone is abusive. But ask yourself this question. When you love someone, do you feel happy when you feel like they're attracted to another person? Like, how does that make you feel? I mean, you might feel jealous but not do anything about it, That's why I was telling you that some people know how to handle love. But that doesn't mean that love itself is healthy. You want to see them flirting with another person and feel jealous, Really feel jealous. That can ruin your day and give you sleepless nights. Like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, could they be dating, secretly? Like, something's going on. I know something is going on. You might even start a fight because of that. Unless maybe you really know how to handle love. But really, the feeling will be there. That feeling of wanting to ask what's going on, of wanting to know what's going on. That feeling of, I don't want to see these people together. That feeling is going to be there. It's like you can't really escape it. It's just going to be there. So, my question to you is that healthy? Because the reason why some men kill their wives after their wives leave them for other men is because of love. The truth is, there isn't a person that's gonna hurt you if you don't love them. I mean, emotionally. I don't mean physically. I mean, emotionally. It doesn't matter what other people do. If you don't love them, you don't care. They can have sex with many people. You don't care. They can flirt with other people. They can say what they want to say. You don't really care. But if you're dating them, it matters what they say. It matters how they say what they say. If they smile at another person, that might end up being a problem. If they are too nice, that might end up being a problem. Why? Why? We have romanticized love so much that people actually believe that it's something that is healthy, is it? But it isn't. It's obsession. Love is obsession. It's you selecting a person and becoming obsessed with that person. That is why even the people that we think are strong and they are mentally stable, when you're in a relationship with them, you're able to see their flaws. Like, you're going to see their insecurities. You're going to see that they're not as stable as I thought they were, you know? You look at Elon Musk, I mean, you hear his wife talking about him, like, I don't know, he's not really what I thought he was. Like, something's not right. I think I've watched the video where his ex-wife was talking about him. Not sure. But yeah. No matter how strong you are, love can bring out insecurities out of you. Like, you might actually end up being insecure. You might end up being too controlling. I remember watching a video of this other stand-up comedian. He was talking about how when he was a kid, he didn't understand why a person will kill another person. You know, he would watch documentaries about people killing, about people who have killed other people, and he didn't understand it. He was like, what? Why would a person kill another person? That doesn't make sense. And then he got older, got married, and then got divorced. And he started to understand. He was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to kill anyone, but I understand. Now I understand. Why is it that after a breakup, there's this feeling of wanting to hurt your ex-partner? Like, you want them to see, to be jealous. You don't want them to be happy, you know? You don't want them to be happy with another person. If love was what we say it is, wouldn't you want what's best for them? If you are going through a breakup right now, or a divorce, do you want your ex-partner to be happy with another person? Or do you want them to be miserable so that they'll realize that, you know, they should have stuck with you? You are a good person. Do you want things to work out for them? Why don't you want things to work out for them? I mean, if you love them, wouldn't you want things to work out for them? Wouldn't you want their life to be better? If you love them, wouldn't you want things to work out for them? Oh, let me not say love, but if you cared about them, wouldn't you want things to work out for them? See, love is not what we think it is. You know, it's unhealthy. It's this unhealthy feeling, this unhealthy obsession. And we think it's right. Like, oh, a person must feel like that. You know, we live in a society that believes in love. Love is a beautiful thing, you know. You watch a movie where a guy is buying a lady flowers. He's telling him, yo, man, I don't want to be with you. He does whatever I can to convince her to be with him. He does whatever he can, you know, even sing songs for her, hire people to, you know what I mean? Like, that's unhealthy. I saw a video of this other guy proposing to this other lady. They had a blindfolded. So she didn't know what was about to happen. When they removed the blindfold, she found her boyfriend, kneeling down with the ring. She ran the fuck away. Like, nah, fuck that shit. She just ran away. She never came back. She was funny. You might think that that's good. No, it isn't. It's something about that is wrong. Something about that is off. It's like a form of manipulation. What the fuck is that? Why do people think that that's good? No, it isn't. There's something stupid about that. You don't do that, especially in public. If you want to do something like that, if you think that that's necessary, at least do it in private. But yeah, something about love isn't right. There have been so many people that have killed their ex-partners. Not because their ex-partners have done something fucked up, just because they just loved another person. You find that a guy cannot stand that his wife actually loves another guy. He can't stand that, he can't sleep, he's dreaming about that shit. And he ends up doing something fucked up because of that. How can that be a good thing? How can that be healthy? I know that there are many people that are in relationships and their relationships are actually working. But why are their relationship working? Why are their relationships working? Isn't it because they are doing the best they can to hide some things from their partners? They can't say some things when their partners are there. They can't talk to some people when their partners are there. Their partners don't touch their phones because that's part of the rules, or they're afraid of what they can find out, or because there's a password, whatever. But people have to lie in order to make a relationship work. I haven't met couples that are totally honest with each other, except for maybe Adam 22 and that Lena chick. But those ones are crazy. Those two are crazy. But when you find a regular couple, and study how they do things, you realize that they hide a lot of things from each other. Because if they don't, their relationship is going to end, So you can say that something isn't right. What will be better is that we care about one another as people, We realize what we can get from one another. You're like, okay, I love this person. This is not necessarily love, but I care about this person and I can see what I actually like about them, what they can help me with. That will be better than just becoming obsessed with the person. Like, oh, I gotta have this person and no other person should have them. Oh, it matters how many people they've had sex with. It matters how many people they've dated. Like, no, something's just wrong with the way that we view love. It's something's wrong with the way that we view love. It's very unhealthy. Love isn't something that we should be proud of. It causes people to kill themselves, man. Guys who kill themselves because of a breakup even feel like they should be doing that. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you that what you did hurt me. So as a guy, you end up ending your own life because of that. Like, what the fuck? That's unhealthy. I mean, girls do that too sometimes, but it's mostly guys that end their lives because of a breakup. You'll be surprised how many guys ended up threatening to end their lives because of a breakup. Some don't end up going ahead with it, but they do talk about it. Like, if this person leaves, I'm ending things for myself. This reminds me of another scene from Family Guy. Peter Griffin was sitting with his wife, and she was like, "Oh, Peter, we need to talk." And she started talking. Before she finished what she was saying, Peter was like, "I swear to you, if you leave me, I'm gonna kill myself." He said something like that, and she was like, "Stop talking." What you must realize is that love actually makes you selfish. Loving someone actually makes you selfish. It makes you do things for that person that you love, things that they don't really deserve. That you just love them. You're just obsessed with them. So you're like, I'm gonna treat this person better than I treat other people. It doesn't matter if other people treat me nicely. There can be people in your life that are treating you better than that person, but you would feel like, nah, I don't care how they're treating me. This is the person that I'm obsessed with, so I'm gonna make sure that I treat this person well. I'm gonna make sure that I do everything for this person because I'm obsessed with them, not because they deserve that. They might not even be treating you right at all. Like, they might even abuse you. They might even gossip about you, talk shit about you. But because you're obsessed with them, you still want to be with them. There are people who are in relationships with people that are talking shit about them for real. A guy being talking to his friends like, "Yo, man, that bitch, man, she's dumb as fuck. She's dumb as fuck. She's giving me money. I don't even call her. I don't even talk to her. Like, I'm staying with my wife. She knows that. But she loves me, so she does this and that. She doesn't even take care of her kids. Because she's doing things for me. There are many people that are in relationships with people who don't give a shit about them at all. That is why when they realize that the people that they were in relationship with didn't give a shit about them, they feel like ending their lives. I mean, imagine you're obsessed with someone, you're doing everything for the person, you're doing everything that you can, making sacrifices for that person, and then that person ends up choosing another person. I mean, that hurts your ego. It makes you feel like you're not enough. How can you do whatever you can to keep someone and they end up leaving? It means that you're not good enough. It means that you couldn't make them happy. It means you don't deserve to be loved. Even though that's not really true, there might be people that were also obsessed with you, but you overlook these people because you didn't love them. You weren't obsessed with them. Love is just you recognizing that there's something missing, and you see that in another person, so you become obsessed with them. That's what love is. It's based on need. You know what you need. You know what's gonna complete you. So you see that in another person and you become obsessed with them. So when you fall in love with another person, figure out what is it about them that makes you fall in love with them, and try to work on that thing. Try to work on yourself. Make sure that you become complete, because love will have showed you that no, actually something is missing. So you just find out what's missing, so that you don't end up becoming obsessed with people, because love is being obsessed with someone. Loving someone is being obsessed with them. I know you've been made to believe that it was something that was good. It was something that we should romanticize as a society. No, it isn't. Being obsessed with someone isn't a good thing. It's dangerous, Imagine being loved by a person that cannot control their emotions. That's fucked up. That person can end up killing you, end up doing the most fucked up shit, end up burning your house because they can't control their emotions, because they shouldn't even be feeling that way. That shit is unhealthy, So we just tell ourselves that no, it's them that are unhealthy. It's them that are unhealthy, but so you end up telling yourself that it's them that are unhealthy. No. They were just allowing themselves to feel unhealthy emotions, because they live in a society that believes that that is right. It's right to be obsessed with someone, that is beautiful. There are things that we have agreed as a society that are unhealthy, There are things that we have agreed as a society, this cannot be healthy. A person mustn't be allowed to do these things. But when it comes to love, we're like, no, it's healthy. No, it isn't. It's not healthy. Just because some people can handle love doesn't mean that it's healthy. It's completely unhealthy. And this is what a lot of people do not understand. If you realize that when you fall in love with someone, it feels like you're no longer safe. Like your heart is not safe. Anything can happen. Your heart can get broken at any time. It's like you give your power away to that person. So they're able to control how you feel. If they don't text you, you don't feel good. If you call them and not find them, you don't feel good. If you call them and find them, you feel good. If you date a person that's manipulative, you're going to suffer. Because they'll realize that, in order to make this person more obsessed with me than they are, sometimes I must not be there for them when they need me. Sometimes I must be there for them, There's a reason why we love people who don't love us, people who are not always there for us, people who don't treat us well, Once you become addicted to something, if sometimes you can't have access to that thing, and sometimes you have access to it, you're going to become more addicted to it. You're going to have an unhealthy relationship with it. You're going to feel unhealthy emotions because of it. Because you don't know what to expect. And it fucks with you. You're going to anticipate certain things from a person and they don't do anything, That's why they say that you must expect nothing if you don't want to be hurt, What's happening to our country now is fucked up. This is what we call load shedding. Sometimes they cut the power out for like 2 hours, sometimes for 4 hours, and sometimes you don't even know when they're going to cut the power out, You don't even know. They'll just cut the power when you least expect it. And be like, what the fuck? And sometimes you would have anxiety because of that. You know, you're trying to do something and you're like, hey, what if they cut the power now? That feeling, man, that feeling is unhealthy, you know. That feeling is unhealthy. That's the kind of feeling that you feel when you're in love. You know, you're uncertain. You don't know how the other person is going to behave, you know. You don't know what the other person is going to say, you know, if they really loved you. You're not sure of anything. You're just addicted to them and you want them to love you. Here's the truth. If you date a person and they treat you well, like they treat you well, and you don't have these unhealthy emotions, you don't feel anxious, you're gonna love them less. You're gonna stop seeing their value, you know. You're gonna stop seeing their value. That is why women that are dating guys that are just good to them, you know, guys that are nice to them, guys that are there for them, feel like those guys are boring. Oh, you know, they want a bad boy, you know, they want someone who's gonna make them feel these fucked up emotions, you know, someone's gonna make them feel anxious, you know, that's what they want, you know. It's because love isn't what we think it is. It's just addiction, man. It's like being addicted to drugs, really. It's like a drug, you know. That is why it's very hard to recover from from a breakup. It takes time, you know. It takes time to get rid of your addictions. It takes time. You know, if you are addicted to something, it's going to be hard for you to actually reprogram your mind and free yourself from that thing. Because once you become addicted to something, you give it power automatically. It's going to have power over you. That's how it works. That's how it works. So really, loving someone is just you being addicted to them. It's nothing. There's nothing beautiful about that. It has nothing to do with what you think it has to do with. It is nothing special. You know. It just shows that aspect of yourself that you need to work on. I'm not sure how good this microphone is, but I hope it was still able to pick up my voice. But yeah, there's nothing special about love, man. People just have romanticized it so much that we actually believe that it's a good thing, you know. If you're not in love with anyone, keep it that way. I'm not saying that you must not have relationships with other people. You know, it's good to have relationships that work with other people. That's beautiful, you know. You figure out how you're going to benefit the people that you are in relationships with. That's good, you know. You figure out how to make yourself useful. That's good. But loving someone, man, protect your peace, you know. It's not going to help you, you know. Chances are things are not going to end well, you know. If you are good right now, you're not suicidal, you're not depressed, I'm telling you, don't allow yourself to fall in love with anyone. It's not going to help. Chances are things are not going to end well. Chances are things are not going to end well. You realize that love isn't really healthy, you know. And if you are in a relationship with someone, when you feel like doing something that's not healthy, realize that it's not healthy and not do it. If you're in a relationship with someone and you feel like, asking them why they were having a conversation with someone, whatever. Let it go, man. Don't be insecure, you know. Just let it go. Allow them to talk to whoever they want to talk to, you know. If the person that you're in a relationship with doesn't pick up the phone when you call them, unless you're calling them about something that's serious, and you know, a lot of things can go wrong if they don't pick up the phone. You know, if you're just calling them, they should check up on them. If they don't pick up, you shouldn't make a big deal out of that. You know, you should be good. You know, keep on working on yourself and make sure that you're not feeling unhealthy emotions because of other people. You know, don't give other people that much power. You don't want to end up having depression, having anxiety, or feeling suicidal because of another person. You know, learn to love yourself. Learn to work on yourself. You see, here's the thing: when you work on yourself, you end up loving yourself. You see, when you work on yourself, you actually end up loving yourself, because there will be a lot of things that you're going to look at about yourself and be like, damn, like, look at how I do things. This is great, you know. Look at how I handle that situation. That's great. You see, you fall in love with yourself. You fall in love with, you know, becoming a better version of yourself. Not for other people, but for you. You see, everything that you do, you must be doing it for you. Not because you want other people's approval. Yes, you can help other people, but that's still for you, you know. Helping other people is you helping yourself. You want to see this world becoming better, so you help other people because you want to be the change that you want to see in the world. So you literally doing that for you, even if it helps other people. You know, you figured out what you need to do. You know, you don't allow feelings to control you, unhealthy emotions to control you, because that's not good. You know, that's not good for our world. A lot of things are fucked up in this world, so things shouldn't become worse because of emotions. You know, we must try to be rational, do things that actually make sense, not do things because of how we feel. There's a reason why women usually make wrong choices when it comes to men. They choose guys that ain't right for them. They choose guys that ain't right for them because of emotions. You see, guys that are manipulative, guys that are able to make them feel a certain way. So they're like, oh, I love this person, you know. And then they fall in love with that person. That person abuses them like crazy. And when they're still in a relationship with that person, because they love that person, they allow that person to do whatever they do, you know. It's only after the relationship has ended that they will talk about all the fucked up shit that they had to go through. Oh, I'm a victim. My man used to rape me. You know, my man used to beat me. I mean, my ex-partner, let me put it that way. He used to beat me. He used to be like this. He used to be abusive. I mean, you should have left, you know. I know that when you're addicted to a person, it's hard to leave. But I'm saying, let's also tell people the truth. Let's also tell people that, yo, man, you gotta leave when a person starts behaving this way. And if you tolerate that, that's on you, you know. It's you that's going to suffer. And you are also participating in your own abuse. You know, what do I mean when I say you're participating in your own abuse? You are making that person feel okay by doing the things that are not good for you. Like, you're training that person to get their high from abusing you. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we teach people how to treat us. So a person treats you badly, you don't do shit about it, they treat you badly, and they get their high from treating you badly and you don't do anything about it, and they get used to that. They get used to mistreating you. You see the problem? So that's a serious problem, man. That's why a lot of people stay in fucked up relationships for years. You ask yourself, how was this person able to put up with the shit that they put up with? It doesn't make any sense. You end up feeling like blaming them. You end up blaming the victim. But really, man, some people actually do participate in their own abuse. So you don't always gotta blame the other person. Sometimes you must blame yourself. Sometimes you must ask yourself why you're tolerating abuse from other people. Because if you are tolerating abuse from other people, you are participating. You might not be participating in a way that people are able to see is bad, but you're still participating, and you're participating in a way that is actually bad. Be strong. Sometimes you just gotta let go even when it's not easy. You just decided, okay, it's hard for me to leave this person, but life isn't even healthy, so I'm out. And you're gonna recover. If you work on recovering, you will end up recovering. Some people do leave relationships but not work on recovering. They still want to convince themselves that the person that they were in a relationship with, is so great. That person was sent to them by God and all that fucked up shit. So you end up not recovering because of that, because of what you believe about that person. You even believe they're something that they're not. Because that's why sometimes some people date people that they really shouldn't be dating. You ask yourself, what the fuck? Why is this person with this person? I mean, this person doesn't even care about them. This person doesn't even make their lives better, whatever. Our emotions make us weak. They make us do things that are not rational. We must realize when something is not healthy. Yes, there are people that can handle love very well, that can handle their emotions very well. That's true, but we mustn't lie to ourselves and say that the emotions that are not healthy that they are handling are actually healthy because they are able to handle these emotions, and every human must be able to handle these emotions. No, some humans can't handle these emotions because these emotions are not healthy. Some humans just don't even know how to hide how they feel. They act on how they feel. So when they feel angry, they're gonna be angry. When they feel jealous, they're gonna be jealous. When they feel like hurting another person, they're gonna hurt another person. So we must just realize what love really is. I think it's about to rain here. It's cold today. I think I should have worn like a jacket. It's kind of cold. So yeah, like I was saying, man, I'm not saying that having relationships is bad. You can have relationships that actually work, but don't allow unhealthy emotions to control you when you're in relationship with other people. Don't allow that to control you. Just keep on doing things that actually make sense, things that you're going to be proud of in the end. There are things that we've done when we were growing up and starting dating and not really understanding what love really is, that we're no longer proud, that we're not proud of, because of how fucked up these things were. There are things that you've done last year because of love that you're not proud of. It's because you allowed emotions to control you. You ain't being rational. So you must try to be rational, because things are hard in this world today. It's not like life is easy. Things are really, really hard. Even dating is not easy now, because of how mixed up everything is, Social media, it's not even that hard to get in a relationship. Relationships ain't what they used to be. So you must realize that things ain't going to be easy. Things are going to be hard. So you try to do the right thing. Stay strong and control your emotions and do things that actually make the most sense. That's how you win. You mustn't find yourself stressing because of another person, because another person hasn't done something that they say they were gonna do, because another person has not given you validation. Because sometimes you want to be loved because you want validation. You want another person to make you feel like you're good enough, to pick you over other people. That's what you want. You want to be picked over other people so that you feel good. And that's not healthy. That isn't something that we must be proud of, One of the reasons why people want to be posted, online by their partners is because they want other people to see that there are people that value them, that there are people that actually think they're great. There are people that actually worship them. That's what they want. I'm good enough. So there's this person that loves me. There's this person that chose me over other people. That's one of the reasons why people celebrate their engagement. There wouldn't really be weddings if it wasn't, if humans didn't have that thing in them, like that emptiness in them that made them want other people to see that they're valued. When you go to a wedding and actually listen to what people say, you realize that they are actually trying to prove something to other people. It is nothing, it has a lot less to do with celebrating their engagement and has a lot to do with proving something to other people. People thought that I wasn't going to find a person that loves me, Look at me now. Look at me. I'm married to a pastor. Look at me. I'm married to a doctor. I have what you don't have, That's really what it's about, But no one is going to tell you that. People are going to act like these feelings are healthy, Them wanting to show other people that they are succeeding in life is healthy. No, it isn't. You have to understand that we're inherently evil, and you must actually fight your own demons, And you realize that, hey man, I want to prove something to other people, and that's not good, I want other people to see that I'm great. I want other people to see that I'm doing better than them. I want other people to see that I'm loved. There are people that think I'm good enough. You must fight these feelings. Free yourself from these feelings, because they're going to come back to hurt you. I mean, when people feel like you're not good enough, that's going to hurt you. You see, people like to complain that other people judge them. They don't realize that they're the ones that are judging themselves. Really, man, you are the one that be judging yourself. Because if you were not judging yourself, it wouldn't matter what other people be saying or what they think, because you don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, no one loves me, it's good. I'm broken, it's good. I'm not succeeding in life. It's like, I'm not, I don't feel like I must prove to other people that I'm actually succeeding, so much that I even feel like posting fake pictures. Like, it's cool. If I'm not succeeding, it's cool. If I don't have the things that I want, it's cool, So even if a person feels like, yeah, I don't have the things that I want, I don't feel bad. Why did I not feel bad? I did not feel bad because I'm not even judging myself. I get it. I understand. I'm not even hiding that. I'm not trying to make other people think that I'm doing better than I'm doing, I'm good. There are people in this world that actually date for clout, They date the people that they date because they want people to be talking about them. It has nothing to do with them caring about the person that they're in a relationship with. Just for clout, Nah, if I'm with this person, I'm going to be admired. People are going to think that I'm doing good. Like, chances are things ain't going to end well. That is why there are people who have killed their ex-partners, because they've been dating them for wrong reasons, What you must realize is that these feelings, these unhealthy feelings that I'm talking about, are strong when you are in people's lives for the wrong reasons, When you're in people's lives because you want validation, when you're in people's lives because there's something that's missing and you are seeing that in another person, when you're in people's lives because you want other people to think that you're doing great, That's why you were able to make that person fall in love with you. When things go wrong, you end up doing fucked up shit. But if you are in a relationship with someone because you genuinely care about them, they used to care about a person, genuinely, like you care about that person. It's not, you don't love them, you're not obsessed with them, you just care about them. It gets to a point where when they say, oh, it's over, or if they, let me not say when, but if they say it's over, you are able to recover. You're like, you know what? Maybe they know what's best for them, and maybe that's what's best for them, Maybe we ain't supposed to be together, it's good, They don't feel like they must lash out. They don't feel like they must kill anyone. They don't feel like they must be jealous. When they see that person happy, they don't feel negative emotions, They just look at that person like, it's all good, man. Ai camera, ai bounce. I know a good shit then, no vloggers. Sure. Na mic, yeah. Yeah, you blind. So yeah, we must realize that love isn't healthy, man. We've just been living a lie. We don't question things. That's the problem. We don't question things in this world. We just believe whatever other people that came before us believed. So we think our love is good because the people that came before us say it is. Like, no, it isn't. Just try to care for other people. Just figure out how you can help other people. Try to create relationships that actually work. Because really, the reason why you would want to kill someone after the relationship has ended is because you don't care about them. You actually care about yourself. You care about how they make you feel or what they are able to do for you. If you care about them, why would you want to kill them? You see? Why would you want to hurt them? You see, there isn't a person in this world that would actually want to hurt a person that they care about. I want you to get that. You'd think that people had people that they care about. It doesn't work like that. When you care about a person, you don't want to hurt them. You don't want to see them in pain. Think about a person that you care about. Not a person that you love. A person that you actually care about. Do you want to see them in pain? There are people in this world that you actually want to see happy. Even if they're not with you, even if they forget about you completely. You don't feel like, this person must only be happy when I'm around them. You don't care. You just want them to be happy. And when you hear that they're not happy, it hurts you, That's because you care about them. It's not because you love them. Like I was telling you, that love is you needing something from someone, right? Whether you recognize that or not. Some of you are unable to realize why you love the people that you love. But that's what love is really about. That is why you can't even, some of you have been healed from relationships that you had with people who, like 3 years ago. You still have not healed. Why? I mean, yeah, I do get that some of you have been abused. I get that. But some of you haven't really been abused. That person that you loved just decided that you're not good enough and they wanted someone else. And that hurt you, That hurt your ego. So we must see things as they really are. We must ask ourselves, why does it hurt when a person that we love leaves, or when a person that we love loves someone else? Why should that hurt? What you must understand is that they want to be happy. You see, even if we know that that person actually is good for them, I ain't shit. I can't make that person happy. So if they're happy with the other person, why should that hurt me? Why should I feel like, no, actually they should be with me even if they're not happy? And you say, oh, I love them. No, you don't. You love yourself. Not even love yourself. You're just obsessed with yourself. You're just obsessed with using other people to actually feel complete. Okay, yeah, let me put it that way. You just want to use other people to make yourself feel complete, because you're unable to do that without other people. That's why I made a video talking about why it's important that you're okay with being alone. You don't need other people. You don't need to use other people. That's beautiful. You are able to just be by yourself and not really rely on other people for anything. And you're able to have a healthy relationship with yourself. You are able to understand yourself. You understand how you must do things, how you must respond to things, how you must treat other people. Relationships actually work better when you do not need the person that you're in a relationship with. When you just have something to offer that person, and it might not necessarily be something that they are able to see, you know. Like you might offer something to someone that they're not even seeing, but then you know that that's what you're offering in the relationship. If you're in a relationship with this person, you're helping them in this way, in that way, you know. It has a lot to do with you looking at how you can, you know, do something for them than what they can do for you. These are the kind of relationships that work. Thank you, guys.